I used to believe trust was everything in a marriage, that if you gave your heart fully, it would never be broken. For 7 years, I lived with the woman I loved. Shared breakfasts, birthdays, dreams. But it only took one moment, one message, to shatter the life I thought we had. This is not just a story of betrayal. It's a story of silence, suspicion, and the truth that finally came out in the dark. I still remember that Tuesday evening when everything seemed normal. Sarah had been working late at the marketing firm again, the third time that week. I didn't think much of it then. After 7 years of marriage, you develop a rhythm, a trust. I was James Wilson, successful architect, loving husband, and blissfully unaware of what was happening right under my nose. The first hint came from her phone. Not that I was snooping, but when it lit up on the kitchen counter while she was showering, the message preview caught my eye. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Same place. From someone named Karen Work. I knew all her work friends, but no Karen. Still, I dismissed it. Work projects, new colleagues. There were explanations. Then came the subtle changes. Designer perfume I hadn't bought her. Extra care with her appearance on regular workdays. Long lunches that stretched into the afternoon. The gradually increasing distance between us in bed. Each alone meant nothing. One night, I found a hotel key card in her coat pocket while hanging it up. The Westlake Hotel downtown, not far from her office. When I casually mentioned it, she laughed it off, saying they had a client meeting in one of the conference rooms and they gave out cards for the bathrooms. The explanation seemed reasonable, but something in her eyes didn't match her smile. Working late again tonight, I asked the following Thursday, trying to keep my voice casual. Big presentation tomorrow, she replied, not looking up from her laptop. Don't wait up. I nodded, my stomach nodding as I watched her select an outfit with more care than usual for a late night at the office. The emerald dress she chose was new, something I hadn't seen before, professional enough for work, but with an edge of something else. That night, I couldn't sleep. At 11:30 p.m., I called her office line. No answer. I told myself she was in a conference room or stepped out for coffee. At midnight, I called her cell, straight to voicemail. The next morning, Sarah was unusually cheerful, talking animatedly about how well the presentation prep had gone. I noticed a small bruise on her collarbone, just visible beneath her blouse. When she caught me looking, she adjusted her collar and changed the subject. The doubt was a cancer now, growing inside me, consuming my thoughts. I began checking her location through our shared family account. Most days it showed her at work, but twice it went offline during lunch hours. Technical glitches, she claimed, when I mentioned it casually. Bad reception downtown. I found myself creating a spreadsheet, tracking discrepancies, late nights that didn't align with company events, receipts for dinners I never shared, calls to numbers I didn't recognize. The evidence mounted in cold, digital clarity. "How's Mark?" I asked one evening, referencing her boss. "He's fine," she said distractedly, then added, "Actually, he's been traveling a lot lately. Megan's been handling most of the team management." I nodded, filing away this contradiction to the working late with Mark excused from the previous week. My breaking point came on our anniversary. We had dinner reservations at Giovanni's, our special place. Sarah called at 5:30, apologetic. "James, I'm so sorry. The Miller account just exploded. I need to fix this tonight, or we'll lose them. Can we reschedule? I promise. I'll make it up to you." I heard laughter in the background, a man's voice, too muffled to identify. Then she covered the phone, saying something I couldn't hear before coming back on the line. "I have to go. Love you. Instead of going home, I drove to her office building. The parking garage showed her car still there. 8th floor. I walked through the lobby, nodding to the security guard as if I belonged. The elevator seemed to take forever. The marketing firm's glass doors were locked. The office dark except for emergency lighting. No one was there. I texted her. How's it going? Need dinner brought to you. 3 minutes later. No thanks. Just grabbing coffee now. Might be another hour. I returned to the parking garage and waited. At 9:47 p.m., the elevator doors opened. Sarah stepped out, but not alone. A tall man with his hand on the small of her back followed. They were laughing, his fingers playing with her hair as they walked to his car. A black Tesla I'd never seen before. When she leaned up to kiss him, long and intimate, the world seemed to stop. I watched as she got into his car. Watched as they drove away together. My wife. My Sarah. I couldn't move. I sat frozen, staring at her abandoned car. The concrete evidence of her betrayal. My phone buzzed with a text. Working really late. Might just crash at Karen's. Don't wait up. The next morning, I sat at our kitchen island. Her texts and emails open on my laptop. Her hotel receipts and restaurant bills spread before me. When I heard her key in the lock, I didn't look up. She froze in the doorway, still wearing last night's emerald dress. Her makeup smudged despite obvious attempts to fix it. Her eyes darted from my face to the evidence displayed before me. "James," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I can explain." I finally looked up, meeting her eyes. "No, Sarah. I think I've seen enough explanation." The silence between us stretched. 7 years of marriage, crystallizing into this single, terrible moment of truth. Sometimes, the person you trust the most is the one who breaks you the deepest. Not all wounds are visible. And silence, it can be louder than any scream. Every ending is an awakening, sometimes in a lifetime. You end up loving a stranger. I was James Wilson, and this was the sound of everything falling apart.